July 31st, 2025. Let's get straight to it, man. Let's mark up these charts. Same shit as always. Where are we starting at? The weekly. All right, but run through it real quick for Valley Gap right here. Super liquidity on both of these. Boom, 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 boom. Previous week high, this week low. We already grabbed it. I think we grabbed previous week low because there were equal lows there. FOMC went ahead and grabbed it. There's another line behind here. Nope, I capped. So FOMC actually went down and grabbed those equal lows that were below. So we ended up just taking out previous week high, picking out previous week low, which is what we anticipated. We have this daily. Wait, is that a daily for Valley Gap right here? No, it's not. Okay, so what do we see? We had a up close candle right here. CISD is right here for the daily. So we can look at that area there as an area. Not really too worried about it, to be honest. So where could price want to go? Let's see the monthly real quick. What are prices for liquidity? We do have this high up here as an area for liquidity if we want to come up, but the daily it's made a wick higher. We did make a low. We did make a high and we did make a low, so we got to keep that in mind, right? Okay, so now let's start scaling down. Lower price. We still have this low here as an area. Okay, so going on the 6 hour. What do we see on the 6 hour? We have a nice sweep here. We had a fair value gap right up here. Did we tap into it? Did not. We have a fair value gap on that daily CISD. It's a bearish fair value gap. We do have this low down here that we could target. Price is indeed flowing bearish. So let's go to the H4. We're in we're in the H6 and the H4 range. So I'm gonna mark that out especially because we're playing within this H4 gap, right? And then let me put right here. Let me mark out this as double. So let me actually put a text within here saying H6 gap. H6 bearish gap. Okay. No, that's way too big. Just so I know if we come up to there, I know exactly where we're at. We put it on the right. Cool. Alright, bet. So now let's see. Tapped in. Okay, so we have the H4 range low, H4 range high. Again, what news did we have today? Unemployment claims. You can mark those out later. Here, let's mark this out. H4 range high. H4 range low. Okay. So now we're playing within the range. We probably want to wait and see what price we want to do within this range. So if we're able to come up, sweep out the top of the range, and then get our entry model through there, then I can do that. So that's exactly what we're gonna wait for. We may want to come up here because now we have this H1 range, H1 and H4 range high. We have an H1 range low. Breaking this down. Low. Okay. Cool. Now we really just gotta wait to see. I'm gonna mark out my session liquidity and see what we're looking at. 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Keep that purple. And then we have Asia session. Bless me. Comment bless you. Let's go look for where the news candle. 8:30 we already swept out the news candle low. The news candle low, and we do have the news candle high. Candle high. News. Alright, we just gotta see now what price wants to do. We're playing within this big ass range, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Probably just gonna continue lower, but we want to see price maybe this hourly candle or this 15-minute candle closes within this range. We target the news candle high as a quick scalp, maybe, but we are bearish for sure. So we shall look for sells today, but if we see any clean buy models, especially because buy setups, especially because this is the news candle high, we could probably just catch a quick get out there, catch a quick dub, and that could be it. Of course, if everything plays out, we just swept out Asia session lows. We still got London session highs that we could target too. So I'm gonna look for, especially because we're playing within this range. Now, if price just wants to continue coming down and sweep out the range lows, even better. Or price just wants to shoot up during 9:30, because I'm not taking any. Price wants to shoot up 9:30 and come all the way up here, sweep out the H1 range and the H4 range high, tap into that bearish gap. That'd be pretty, because then we'd be grabbing liquidity all up here, grabbing all this liquidity that's lying here. Tap into that gap, we get like a 5 to 15 minute clean move, scale down to the 1 minute, and enter off of that. So now we just gotta wait. So once 9:30 opens, I probably won't start recording until like 9:45. Yeah. Peace. I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all. Once 9:30 opens, I may not record that, but I'm gonna just let that bit run. If I see a setup, then I just come back and be like, all right, I got a setup. Like 9:45, I'll probably just update. I may have a setup that I'll be looking at once the hourly does close. Okay, I marked up this 15-minute gap from yesterday. We still have FOMC high, H4 range high, and H1 range high. My bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for the hourly closure, right? And if we get a 5-minute gap off of this hourly closure, then I'll enter from here. As you can see, we had this 9:30 this 9:30 candle on the 5 that got swept, and we just immediately pushed off for the low because we tapped into the gap. So if we get a fair value gap from there, I'll enter off the fair value gap. Especially if we get this CISD right here too, we might be able to just go ahead and target the H1 range high. So once that does happen, I will come back, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to look for buys, just because we do have a lot of liquidity sitting upstairs. We got London high, news candle high, and then FOMC range high, and the H4 range high, and we got a H6 fair value gap, and price may want to come up and test that daily CISD. That's if we get a retracement into the gap though. That's exactly what I'm going to wait for. Once I get that confirmation, I will come back. Dansaku dudo. I bet we got 10 a.m. What I'm looking for, we just swept out the news candle high. So here's my plan. It's a little bit more of a riskier trade. I'm going to accept that because he did sweep out the news candle high. But look at this hourly close. I like this hourly close. We have this long wick. The reason I have my stops where I'm covering the second gap, or the gap, the bottom of the actual gap in the 5 minute. It's the first presented 5-minute gap, or the first presented gap after 9:30. I'm covering the low of it, which is about 70 ticks. So the reason why I'm gonna take this trade is because look at how the 4 hourly closed, and then look at how the hourly closed. And 5, we had this expansion up, CISD on the 5. We already took out news high, but we may want to come up to that H1 range high. So I'm neutral today. There's multiple options. We would just have to see what happens when we get to the news range high. So I mean, let's just see if we can catch the buys up to there, if that's where price wants to go. Or if we get to the news range high and I see a sell opportunity, then we take the sell. So we just have to wait and see, react to what the market's doing. I am going to go ahead and wait. Once I'm actually in a trade, or once 11:30 hits, it's my cutoff time. Don't take a trade today. So we just have to wait and see what price wants to do. Be patient, just wait it out. Did YM tap into that? It did tap into that gap, and we did immediately expand off of it. So we just have to see now what price wants to do. The price wants to come down to the first presented, so please come down to the first presented. That'll be beautiful. But this gap right here that we have was the one that actually broke structure up. I just wasn't comfortable taking it all the way up here just because it wouldn't have aligned with what I wanted. So if we can get a move down, retrace to the first presented fair value gap from the 5 minute, perfect. And I'll just take it from there. So once I'm in a trade, I will come back. If I'm not in a trade by 11:30, I will come back tomorrow for the last day of the week. Peace. All right. I got some shit I gotta do real quick, so I'm gonna leave this recording. Let's see if we can come down to this and get tapped in. We did sweep out the 9:30 high. We did react off this order block, so maybe this may not be the smartest option to take it. But again, if we inverse that 5 minute, then we just get out. Let's see if we can actually get tapped in though. Let's see what
order filled.
Right, order filled. Let's see what we're in for. All right. If we end up inversing this gap, then it is what it is. 828 is going to be my area to get out at. The sell limit up there. Okay, once we come up above this high, I probably don't want to be in, I probably want to go break even here. So this is going to be my break even point if we get up to there. And let's see what happens, man. I mean, this is the first presented gap. We have liquidity lying above. I'm going to give this a lot of breathing room, play around. If it just runs through the gap, there's nothing I can do about it. So we're just going to let this play out. We'll go from there. Covering the 945 low. This is the 930. We closed above the 930. Came down. Did we tap into the midpoint of the 930? Midpoint of the 930 is going to be a bit lower. So I'd want to probably mark that out. Let's see what happens. If we run through this gap, then if we run through this 5 minute gap, then we're probably just going to come down, just continue flooding down. But if we don't, and we're good. So I'm going to let this, I need to watch this trade, but let me give it till 10:15, then I gotta leave real quick. I'll just leave it recording. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna let this run. I gotta go somewhere, so I mean I can't really do anything else. But when I get back, I'm just gonna let it run, bro. There's nothing else I could do. I gotta go somewhere. I'm gonna leave it recording. Peace. Alright. We back. Let's see what's going on. Nothing's really going on right now. Again, if we inverse this gap, we want to get out. We do have this 15-minute range low. We have about 3 minutes into that. Unless this just fucking continues flooding, and I'm not able to get out, then it is what it is. But we'll see. Let's see. Do we just hold up that gap? We did. Nice wick. Fully filled the gap. Let's see how this 5-minute closes. Yeah, this looks really clean to come down. I probably could have assumed that myself though. Let's just see how the 5 closes. I was broken down at the bottom. Hard to believe in me. 15's about to close. 30's about to close. The 30 looks devious. Badu 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 doo doo. Yeah. Damn, man. Just not my week. All good. Just not my week. Just waiting to get tapped up, bro. I'm already down here, bro. It's either full loss or somehow we get a retracement back up. Yeah, this is done. That sucks. Just not my week. Yeah.
Stock filled.
We'll move on. This is my 3rd time recording this outro, bro. So I'm just gonna get straight to it. What do we have? Let's go. Let's make it quick. Go to the weekly, same shit. What do we see? Marked up that fair value gap, liquidity sweep. Previous week high got swept. Previous week low got swept. We swept out these highs from last week, which were our targets. We have liquidity above. We're probably going to come down to this liquidity below, which would be the week of the 14th, 2025 low. Cool. What's the month looking like? I'll look at that later. Let's go to the daily. Daily yesterday. Okay, so I mean this week we had a CISD. Should have taken that into account. Inverse fair value gap. We made it low. I mean, we made a high. We made a low yesterday. Should have anticipated that we were probably going to make a high and then make another low. We're probably going to target this Wednesday, the 16th of July low. Cool. Go to the 6 hour. What do we see? We got a gap above. We have liquidity lying above. We're playing within the 6 hour range. Not really much on the 6 hour. H4. We had an H4 high, H1 range, H4 and H1 range high, FOMC high. We had an H4 range low, which price just came to. Mixed with an H1 range low, which we took yesterday at 3 p.m. So I thought we were probably going to come up to the H1 range high. Silly me. That's why I took buys. So here's the H1. Okay. 9 a.m. close as a wick. I thought we were going to, even though we had news candle high, I didn't think we were going to come down this strong. I thought since off this wick, I thought we were going to come up, grab this H6 bearish gap, and then grab the H4 and the H1 range high. That was with FOMC high as well. That wasn't the case. Price ended up giving me a fair value gap here. First presented 5-minute fair value gap. Came up, grabbed the news candle high, and then we came down, topped me in. We went up like 30 ticks, I believe. From my entry to the top, yeah, about 37 ticks. And then price just flooded down. So I was wrong today. It is what it is. That was the trade for the day. Now, we bounced off of this 15-minute gap, which is why we ended up getting this 9 a.m. candle. And yeah, we just lost today. It is what it is. We move on. That is the market breakdown. I made it quick today, bro, because I am tired. And, bro, I did it like 3 times. So let me leave y'all with something before I leave. Before you can do something, you must first be something. Before you can do what you would most like to do, you must first become the person who can do it. Take that how you want to take it. God bless you guys. God is first. All glory to God. And yeah, August 1st tomorrow. New month. Let's do it, man. 8th month of the year. We're going to make this shit pop. Let's work. Shadder.